Recording in progress. Great. And I am going to spotlight myself. And that's great. We're good to go. So pretty much most people have been here, but not everybody has been here. I have special guests visiting today. Yeah. So welcome to everybody. And the thing about Qigong that I always like to say is you pay attention to your body. There's no way to do this wrong. The only way to do this wrong is if it causes more pain for you. By the time you leave, I want you to feel better than when you came in. So more relaxed, more grounded, qi flowing, and just feeling good. And so if you need to modify, if I'm, turning and doing a big twist and you have low back pain, modify it. Do it very gentle. Do a small movement, or just close your eyes and imagine yourself doing it. And so we are going to start out class seated and do a body scan. And then I've been sitting a lot today, so I already know I'm gonna stand up for a lot of class, but it's really a personal choice. Everything we do can be done seated. And so one thing I really encourage people to do is just be mindful in the moment. How are my knees, my back? How's my energy level? Hi, Carol. All right, more people coming. Here we go. Great. So let us begin, and I like to just begin class and just invite you to move your body in any way that you want to move your body. Just kind of come into the present moment and just move. And this is a really, really good habit to have. Most of us can sit and in the same posture and just kind of get locked into place. And so once or twice an hour, if you're on the computer, if you're watching TV, just do what we're doing. Stretch, move, twist, and kind of get things flowing. So great. We've got a good crew in person that's growing. Welcome back. I've missed you. And we've got a great crew online too. So let us begin and just do a body scan. So I'll invite you to sit in whatever way, sit or stand. You can do this standing as well. And just have a good foundation. This is a little bit of a guided meditation, but it's not a drift off to sleep. It's the opposite. It's more of a be present, be mindful of your body. And so we're gonna start by softening our eyes. And actually, before we do that, let's give ourselves a little massage on the face. Just find your big jawbone here and just look for areas of tenderness. You can make circles with your fingers. You can use one finger or two fingers. And I just like to start out with that sometime. A lot of us carry a lot of tension in this, hi Elaine, in this joint, and we don't even know it. And so, that can feel really good. Let's do just a little bit of tapping. Can tap on the inner eyebrow. Long, slow, deep inhale. Full exhale, moving to the outer eyebrow, the temple bone. Then coming down on that big bone under your eye. And again, inhale, exhale. And then just clearing tension from your forehead. I'm just using my finger like this and coming across the forehead. This is another area we hold tension. Oh, great. All right, so now we're ready to start. Just softening and relaxing areas. And so sometimes when we go through this body scan, we're being very neutral and just observing. Today, I'm gonna invite you to, if you find areas of tension, to relax, to soften. And we might do a little bit of movement when we come to a part. So soften your eyes or close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Draw your attention inward. And just starting at the top of your head, noticing what you notice. See if you can relax tension in your face. Coming down to your neck, coming down to your chest, taking a long, slow, deep inhale and noticing, how does that feel? Is there any resistance, areas of tightness? Coming to your midline, in between the shoulder blades, coming down your arms, elbows, wrists, and hands. On the next inhale, let's make a fist with the hands. Hold it and relax on the exhale. And we're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, tense your fists and arms. Exhale and relax. And 1 more time. Relax. Move your shoulders a little bit. If there's any tension in your neck, move your head. And coming to your abdomen, see if you can soften, relax. Feeling into your low back. Feeling the weight of your body on the chair. Coming down your legs, knees, calves, shins, ankles, and feet. And now let's do that same breath that we did with our hands, where we inhale. We're going to scrunch our toes up and tighten our legs and release on the exhale. And again, 2 more times. Inhale, scrunch up those toes. Tighten your legs, relax on the exhale, and 1 more time. And now bringing your mind's attention to the quality of your thoughts. Are you quiet and focused inwardly? Are the thoughts going round and round? You feeling scattered? And here we're not judging, we're really just noticing in a compassionate, kind way. And now coming to your heart center, if it helps to put hand over hand on your chest. This is often where we hold emotions, and really tuning in, keeping your attention inward. Is there anything dominant in your emotional body today, at this moment? Sadness, fear, joy, peace, confusion. And again, we're just noticing in a kind and compassionate way. And now putting that all together, body, mind, breath, emotions, into a snapshot. Kind of remember this feeling. We'll do some Qigong and come back and check in a little bit how things have shifted. So you're invited to slowly open your eyes, not in a rush, and butterfly your knees a little bit. Come back present. And so that which we just did with the breathing and tensing and then relaxing, that's called progressive muscle relaxation. Most of us are so used to walking around with tension, we forget what it feels like to be relaxed. And so you can train yourself by kind of identifying it, over tensing and then relaxing. And there are, if you go on YouTube or if you have a meditation app, you can look for that, progressive muscle relaxation, and they'll do a much slower version of that, really isolating your neck, your shoulders, your forearms. Can be really delicious. If you have trouble sleeping, that can be just a nice thing to do at night. It might help you sleep, but at the very least, it will get you into a resting mode. So let us start out. We're going to wake up our joints. And so, like I said, I'm going to do this standing because I've been sitting a lot today, but you decide for you. Do a quick check-in. Do you want to stand? Do you want to sit? It's all good with me. Personal choice. So we're going to start out with our hands. So we're going to make a fist and then spread our hands out. Just back and forth like this. You can do one at a time. That's kind of fun, good for the brain. Ooh, I like what Michelle's doing. You can reach, that's kind of fun, make it more full body. And now we're gonna move into our wrists. So go one way and go the other way. And now my elbows, I'm like kind of making a straight line with my hands. My elbows are gonna stay in the same place. Hands are gonna come out and around and down. So I'm really isolating the elbows. So I'm not going like this, right? My elbows stay in the same place, up, out, and around. We'll do a few more this way. And other way, down, up, and around. All right, now we are gonna move our arms. So if you're seated in a chair, you might need to scoot forward so you don't whack your hand. If you're standing, have a little bit of a wider stance. And now we're gonna go up, out, and around. And we're doing it pretty slowly. So we're really trying to make as big a circle as we can. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Just opening up our shoulders and our arms. A few more times this way. And now the other way, down, up, and around. That's a lot harder for me. That's really interesting. We usually intuitively start with the easiest way for our bodies, and this is like, oh, I'm fighting gravity. So this is a good one. Few more times. Okay. If you ever only have a few minutes, something like that is a pretty good one. You know, while you're waiting for your coffee to boil in the morning or something, kind of wake up the body. Let's do a few shoulder rolls. And so my shoulders are going to round forward and then up towards the ears and then back and down and forward, up, back, and down. Really tune into your shoulder blades and see if you can mobilize those. I'm going to turn around so you can see it from the back. I'm really arching, and now I'm bringing my elbows back and opening the front. And a few more times. And once you get that, then you can start making it a little more circular. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. Great. Okay. That feel good? My hands are already starting to get warm. We're going to do a little bit with the neck now, where we're going to isolate our neck. And so hands are going to cross, and then we push out and down, and then shoulder to the ear, and then roll your head forward and shoulder to the other ear. And we'll just go back and forth like that, and go really slow. Necks are very delicate, and just kind of feel into this. Need to let one more person in, keep going, and just back and forth, and getting a few snap, crackle, pops. And now we're going to linger on one side. So keep the head tilted. And if you want to add a little bit, take that same side. I'm not really pulling. I'm just letting the weight of my hand create a little pressure. And now take the other hand, and I'm getting a major stretch down this arm. You can experiment where you put it. And release. And now we're going to go on the other side, ear to the shoulder, gentle on the head, and now breathe. And relax. Wow. Let's do a little bit of massage. So you're going to mirror me. Take your left hand, give yourself a pat on the shoulder, and now just give yourself a massage. That is your trapezius muscle, big, big muscle. Covers the back of the shoulder blades and the rib cage, attaches at the base of your skull. It's tight on almost everybody I know. And so the wonderful benefit of doing it for yourself is you know where those sore spots are. And so the other thing I like to do is find a tender spot and then move my shoulder a little bit. And just increasing that blood flow and come down. Just pay attention to the two sides. This shoulder feels like it's about up here. So we're gonna come do the other side, find that muscle, and then if you find a good spot, you move your shoulder a little bit. Okay, great. All right, so we're going to do a little bit for our spine now. And so we have our skull, and then we have our 7 cervical vertebrae, and we have 12 thoracic vertebrae, and then we have 5 lumbar vertebrae, and our whole nervous system runs through that. And so if we can keep that loose, can really help. Having a flexible spine with good circulation can really help if you have cold hands or if you have achy legs. And so let's, you can do this seated or standing, but have your feet wide enough that you can lean forward. You can tighten up your core. And then lean forward. Chin is going to stay up until we get about to here. Tuck the chin, round the shoulders, and then slowly articulate up. And when we get here, now the chest opens up. So one thing I want to say, sometimes I see people in class going down here, and it's actually, we're not trying to stretch our hamstrings. We're really trying to, you're missing the wonderful spinal benefits that way. And so that's why we intentionally just go about to here, tuck the chin, arch the back like a cat, and then slowly, 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 like a marionette, somebody said, roll up. And then now once you have that movement, now it can become a little more flowy. Exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up. And just a few more this way. One more time. And now we're going to do the opposite. Tuck the chin, roll down. When you get about to here, come forward, look up, and go back. Rolling down and coming up. And so in whatever way feels good for your body, tightening up your core, protecting your lower back. And 3 more times. And 1 more time. Great. Okay, so we're going to get a little more into the low back now. So hips are going to stay, this gets into your hips too. Hips are going to stay stationary. We're going to lean forward. Imagine I had a big crayon on my head, and I'm going to try to draw the biggest circle I can on the ceiling. So leaning forward, coming over to one side, going back and over to the other side. And then just once you have that, and just starting slow, and just drawing that circle. And this gets into the hips and the low back. And the reason that we go slow is just creating that mindfulness and a safety for your brain. Many people, let's go the other way now, that I see in my acupuncture office where they say, all I did was jump off the couch and go get my phone and my back seized up. And it's because quick, sudden movements like that, your brain kind of gets tense. So slow movements really send a message teaching us we can move with relaxation. One more time, and coming to the center. All right, so we're working our way down to the spine. So now we're going to go to our knees, and we can do this seated or standing. I think I'm actually going to sit for this just so I can show you better. We're going to vigorously massage our knees. So first thing we do for fun is clap and rub your hands, generate some qi, make your hands warm, and now pick one knee and go right on the kneecap, your patella, and then go above the knee. It's where your quadriceps come down. And then go below the knee on the shin bone, on either side of the shin bone. Then go on the sides of the knee. Lots of ligaments there. And now go behind the knee. Go directly behind the knee. There's not a lot of blood flow in the knee, and this is a way of, because there's not a lot of blood vessels in there, but this is a way of encouraging it. Go above the knee in the back, your hamstrings, and then below the knee, those calf muscles. And I'm going pretty deep and pretty vigorous. It feels wonderful. Do it in a way that feels really, really good to you. And now just tune in a moment to your knees. This one, somebody asked me the other day, what's what is Qi? And I was like, oh, let's do this exercise, massage this knee, and now compare. And this one, the Qi, right, the blood, the lymph, the nerves, everything is like moving and tingling and flowing. And this one needs a little attention. So let's do it again. Here we go. All right, right on the knee. Above. Below. Get the sides. And then behind. On the back of your thigh, and then below where those calf muscles come up. Great. All right. So last joints are ankles and feet. So we're all seated. So sit in a comfortable position. Brace your core so you don't whack your back out. Lift up your foot as far as you want and do some circles. Go the other direction. And put that foot down, other side. And other direction. And put that foot down. And now let's just scrunch up our toes again. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. If you are prone to cramps, do this gently. Great. All right, let me do a little time check. Perfect. So we've been going about 25 minutes. So let's do another little body scan. This will be shorter, but sit in a supported upright position. Soften your eyes, close your eyes if you like, draw your attention inside. And now we're just going to go through pretty quickly and just noticing what you notice, what's changed, what stayed the same, what needs a little more attention. Starting the top of your head, your forehead, your jaw and face, coming down to your shoulders and neck, down your arms, elbows, wrists, palms, fingers. Are they cold? Are they warm? Do you notice difference between the left and the right? Coming back to your chest area, taking a deep inhale through your nose. Exhaling fully. Noticing where you feel that inhale coming to your spine, top to bottom, low back, coming around to your abdomen, feeling the weight of your body on the chair, going down your legs, knees, ankles, feet, and again, just noticing what you notice. Coming to your mind and your thoughts. There been any changes? And coming to your emotions. What is present in this moment? Putting that all together into a snapshot, comparing it to when we first started. What has 25 minutes of Qigong done for you? Wiggling your knees a little bit, moving gently, coming back into the moment. And so it's really beneficial just to have a warm-up routine like that. We tend to do movements that we're very comfortable with, and we might avoid the ones where there's some muscle tension. And so something like that, committing to doing a full body movement warm-up can be can be really, really good. I, for one, feel warm. I was cold when we came in, but I can tell that I'm warm. And so we're going to move now into the next portion of class, and we're going to, we've just really moved our physical body, and I often talk about in these classes how mind, body, emotion, spirit, they're all connected, and if you change one, you'll get a benefit. If you've ever had a really challenging conversation with somebody and been very troubled, and then you've go out for a walk, it just gives you a little more perspective. You do a little breathing, gives you a little space. And so just by doing a warm-up like that can really settle our emotions. But we're going to intentionally clear some emotions now. We're going to do what are known as the 6 wonderful healing sounds. In Taoism, each organ is associated with an emotion, a virtue, a positive emotion, and then I don't like calling them negative emotions because being sad is completely normal, but if it's driving all your decisions, or if you're just overwhelmed with the sadness and you can't operate, be better served by bringing it a little into balance. And so these healing sounds are just a way of letting go of excess sadness, fear, anger, anxiety, worries, okay? And so I'm not going to spend the time today and go through each organ and each sound. I might focus a whole class on that sometime. We could go a little bit deeper into it. So we can do this part seated, and then we'll move into flows, and if people want to do it standing, they're welcome to. So, but I'm going to scoot forward on my chair a little bit so I don't whack my arms on anything, and I need to move my camera angle. And so I'll invite you to inhale through your nose and then exhale out through your mouth with the sound. So the first move, we're gonna inhale into our lungs. There's lung acupressure points here. And then we're gonna exhale with a s. It's like somebody let air out of a balloon. When you get to the end of the exhale, then you clear and send that energy down into the earth where it can be composted. Energy can just be transformed. So we'll do each sound 3 times. So inhaling, releasing grief. Feeling your lungs being cleared, inhaling bright, fresh qi. And exhaling. Next one is for the water element that's housed in our kidneys. Our kidneys are on our low back. And so we're the emotion that's associated with the water element is fear. So we're going to lean forward, have your hands on your knees and kind of lean forward. And as we inhale, we're gonna kind of puff up our low back, the area of the kidneys. And then the sound is okay? And so inhale, puff up that back, and 2 more times. And 1 more time. Releasing that energy down to the earth. Next one is for our liver, which is here on the right side of our rib cage. So hands are gonna go up and over. If that's hard for your shoulders, then don't do it. You can just lean from here. But if you want to do this, it's inhale, and then the exhale sound is like you're shushing somebody at the library. So I'm gonna lean to my left. You're not gonna mirror me. You're gonna lean to your left also. So deep inhale and and inhale to the center. Releasing irritation, impatience, anger. Coming back to the center, clearing the air. Next one is for the heart, and the move is that we'll inhale fresh energy to the heart, and then the sound is ha, and it's like blowing hot air out, releasing anxiety, and then we clear it, let it settle down to the earth. So we'll do that 3 times. So inhaling, expanding your heart, and and bringing the hands down 2 more times. And 1 more time. Down. Next one is for the spleen, the pancreas, the stomach. This is where we keep our worries in our gut. So it's very similar to what we did for the liver. Hands are going to come up, and you are going to lean to your right. And the sound is whoo, like you're blowing out birthday candles. So deep inhale. Letting go of worries, inhaling to the center. And we clear. And then the last one is really just a whole body, mind, spirit clearing. We're gonna inhale up, and then it's a descending tone. So we start high and go low. And we're gonna do this a bunch of times. And just feel it being washed through your body. Flushing out down through your feet. And let's keep going, but make it a little softer. And a few whispered. And a few silent. Two more times. And ending, putting your hands on your knees and just feeling into how do you feel? And just noticing that, kind of savoring that feeling, letting your eyes open. That's a wonderful before bed routine. Just letting go of the day, letting go of the emotions, moving your body a little bit can be really, really helpful. So You can, if you like those healing sounds, you'll now have this email, this YouTube. You can come in and just even do that little bit. Those healing sounds can be a wonderful before bed routine. So we have now moved our body, cleansed some emotion. So now first you want to clear before you do the restoration. So now we're going to move into some flows, and those are deeply restorative for your nervous system, energetically refilling your reservoir. So you're welcome to stay seated if you'd like. I'm going to stand, check in with your body. Do you want to stand now? What are your knees saying, your energy, your back level? It's really up to you. And so for these flows, we will normally breathe in and out through the nose slowly. If you're standing and you want to have a chair in front of you for balance, that can be very helpful if you need. And so think about when you're stressed or you're moving fast, you're often breathing in and out through the nose, through the mouth. And that keeps your body in a stress state. So when we breathe slowly in and out through the nose, moving with relaxation, it's profoundly healing, keeps us in that relaxation state. So let's open the flow. So if you're standing, have your feet under your hips wide enough. Hands are going to be facing you, and then we're just going to inhale up and exhale down. In through the nose, out through the nose. And just hands, wrists, arms are totally relaxed. Just kind of floating through the air. And now we're going to add in the 6 directions. So we're going to inhale up, hands come back and push out. Inhale back to the center, and now we're going to go out to the sides, back to the center. Put your hands on a cloud and float them down. So that's the 6 directions. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. In through the nose, out through the nose. Pushing through any restrictions or barriers. Let's slow it down. You're welcome to close your eyes if you like. And one more time. Clearing space in front and behind, to the sides, above and below. So we're going to move right into another flow. Hands are facing down at the chest level. Inhaling as our hands get out here, turn over, thumb and index finger, come back together, and exhale, sink the chest. Once you have the basic movement, if you want to close your eyes and just tune in to how it feels in your body. If you are standing, as your hands come out, very subtly rock forward a little bit, so your hands come back, sink into your heels. And one more time. Put the hands on the cloud and float down. We'll move into the fountain for the water element. And so this traces the kidney meridian, which starts your kidney. The water element contains your deepest essence, that which you were born with. And so we're going to trace the meridian. It starts on the bottom of your foot, comes up the inside of your leg. Once it gets through your hip bones, then it goes on either side of your belly button, comes right up here. Last point is right, the last rib. And then my arms are straight out, and then I become the fountain. The water goes out and down. So head is going to come forward, spine is relaxed, breathing in, breathing out. Turn to the side so you can see. And just feeling very flowy and fluid. Imagine that you're drawing water up from the earth. Your feet and legs are drinking it up like straws. And let it deeply hydrate your system, nourishing every cell, nourishing your bones and your brain. If you're a visual person, you can imagine bright, vibrant green energy entering through the bottom of your feet and then following this meridian. Two more times. One more time. Now we're going to move to the wood element, and it's very similar to the fountain, but there's a few differences. This is the liver meridian, which starts at your big toe, takes another line up the legs, and then stops right here at your bottom of your rib cage, but energetically then goes up to your lungs, up to your eyes, up to your brain, and out the top of your head. So this one, our hands are going to, whether you're seated or standing, you're gonna turn from your hips and waist, and then the hands are facing each other. And then here, we inhale up the side of the body, and then the arms keep going. When we get here, we turn back to the middle and go back and around. So turn from the hips and the waist, inhaling up, feeling your roots go down, turning back to the center, and then your branches go far and wide. So this is a tree represented by the wood that's grounded and stable. A person with a healthy wood is courageous, generous, confident, deeply rooted, offering oxygen freely. Turning from the hips and the waist, in through the nose, out through the nose, in through the nose, out through the nose. One more to each side. Hands coming down. So we're going to hold a posture for about a minute. You can do this seated or standing, whatever you like. It's called embracing a tree. And so we just did the yang movement. Now we're going to do the yin of holding this. It's kind of like really integrating that energy into our body. If you are standing for a moment, lock your knees out, like just straighten your knees and feel that tension in your legs. And that's not how we want to stand. Relax, actually have a little bit of bend to the knees. And then the pelvis for everybody, we're just relaxed. We're not doing anything. We're not striving with the spine, but the crown of our head is gently lifted towards the heavens. So our roots, like a tree, are going down deep. Gravity's holding us. And now our hands are going to come in front here. So my wrists are relaxed. Again, for a moment, have tension in your hands and feel what that feels like. Relax. So my elbows are dropped. If your shoulders or arms get tired, just allow yourself to drop. So we're just going to hold this for about a minute and just invite you to soften your eyes or close your eyes and just really feel into those wonderful tree qualities, being rooted and grounded and generous and stable. And staying in this meditative posture, now opening your awareness to other people in this class, whether they're on Zoom or in person, and just as trees in a forest are connected, we are tuned into a certain frequency and just feel our connection together. And gently bringing your hands down and coming back. I really felt that. That was wonderful. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I love it. We have 12 people on Zoom, 12 people in the room, perfectly balanced and together. I really feel like we're creating a very, very positive energy field. And so we will, we have 2 more flows, and then we'll take a moment to really send that beneficial energy outwards. So let's do cloudy hands to balance our heart. So hands are going to start face down and just floating across, and just my wrists are relaxed. You can do a little sparkles if you like. And once we all get over to this side of the room, drop that outer hand and now float across, turning from the hips and waist, and hands are going to change place. So now the outer hand. And that's the basic move. As our teacher Thich Nhat Hanh says, my emotions are like clouds in a windy sky. They come and they go. Conscious breathing is my anchor. And there's no particular breathing pattern with this, just long, slow, in through the nose, out through the nose. A few more times. balance in the heart. And coming both hands centered and floating down. And let's end in a seated position. We'll do one more for our earth, which is our middle, our abdomen, and then we'll end with some meditation. So hands are going to be at the level of my belly button, and exhaling forward, letting go of any stress, drawing in clean, beneficial vitality, out through the nose, in through the nose. Spine is relaxed. This is called pebble in a pond. And I like thinking of our time here together as being a very beneficial influence as we really take good care of ourselves. That can be a very positive pebble in a pond of spreading good vibes outwards. 3 more times. Last one. And ending hand over hand, right over your belly button. Soften your eyes, close your eyes if you're comfortable, and just in your own way, check in. Body, mind, emotions, breath. How has this time supported you? And now taking any meditation posture that's comfortable for you, and we'll spend the last few minutes in meditation. I'll mind the time, we'll just be silent and just savor this energy. You can have eyes open if you like. If your mind wanders, come back to your breath. And staying in this deeply rooted posture, keeping your attention inward, but sending your energy intentionally outward to anyone, anywhere that would benefit. Could be somebody in your family, somebody in your community, or places in the world, groups of people, and we'll just do that for a minute. And bringing your attention back to the present, letting your eyes open like curtains on a stage, just slowly letting them take in the colors and what you see. You might want to move your legs a little bit brush down on your chest, condensing that energy, storing it deep in your reservoir here. And we will end our time together dedicating the merit of any beneficial qi that we created individually together as a group. You're welcome to join me if you'd like. The words are, may the merit of our practice benefit all beings and bring peace. May the merit of our practice benefit all beings and bring peace. Beautiful. I have tingles. Thank you, everybody. So wonderful to be together and take this wonderful energy with you into your evening. Everyone's just beaming. It's so great to be together. So take care and hope to see you next week. If not before, be well. And I will, people on Zoom, I think, have my YouTube channel. For those of you in person, I'll try to send it out. If you want to practice along, you could do that. More Qigong. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Miriam. Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Yes,
Bye.
so great to see you guys.